I'll go ahead and pull out the money now for the swear jar if you want my message on it. My message is a perfect Elon Musk. Anybody that thinks that they own me because of somebody filed a flag somewhere, because some random magical court somewhere did a piece of paper in 18 whatever, go fuck yourself.
Well, Mark Z kind of, telling us what's up.
You're rubbing off on him.
The original, I am rubbing off on Mark Z. The original Mark Z this morning. And, I guess, Jen, I have this sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm very nervous. And I think everybody's tense. I think everybody's frustrated. I think everybody's angry. And I think, Mark is just reflecting that. So I'm going to give people a little bit of a chance to get in here. And then I have a little bit of an opening monologue. And then Jen will straighten us all out. No pressure, Jen. But yeah. Let's just say hello to everybody. Patriot Noyes Girl is here. Hope you're feeling better. Julie Connolly's here. Rexy's here. Nancy is here. Bindi is here. Yeah, you go, Mark. Rick Norman, Butterfly Duchess. 72Z115. Yes, that's okay. You're here. Hello. Good morning from Mickey. Good morning from Sandy. Good morning to Victoria and AJ. And S Beavers. Really? Is that really you're not a girl, are you? Did you went through school with the name Beavers? Really? I feel sorry for you. Jane Myers here, Laura Mills is here, JDK. Gina is here. Gina and other people are here. Karen Lewis is here. Chris Pagan is here. Pick 6 Prime Time is here. Jacqueline Ann. Susan Jones. Thomas Klein. Renee. She's doing better. Just got over pneumonia. Yeah, you had a lot of health issues. Mike Petitano's here. Lady Di is here. Maria Pinto. Patriot Hero. Christine Packer. Hi, Christine. I hope you're doing better. Bill Alm. Yes. Answer. A lot of people just coming in saying hi. Stephanie's new. I don't know if I know you.
Hi, Stephanie.
Do you know
Welcome.
Stephanie?
No.
Okay.
I do now.
Stephanie. I do now. Yeah. Jennifer Gill's here. Freddie Robinson. Oh, okay. That's a question. Well, we're going to get to those later. Jen, you look radiant. Mike, you ain't bad yourself. Thank you. Christine. That's cool. James Foster is here. Oh, that's a question. We'll have to mark that for later. Whoops. Wow, it just keeps coming and coming. Joe Grana. Vote early and vote often, says Batman. Karen says your hair looks great. Okay. And Jazzy Dancer thinks you look beautiful in green. Okay.
Thank you.
Everybody just keeps saying hi, and that's not even got anything to do with what's going on over on the Rumble side, which let me go check out the Rumble side here. Monday morning news, Baratel and Jen. Oh, let me mute myself over there. Okay, lots of people over there on the Rumble side already. Can't get you guys up there. All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna share what rumors I have and what information we may or may not have. In terms of information, there isn't much. I did hear, I believe it has been said that Mark stated that it's possible that only the dinar and the dong, and possibly the Zim will go in an RV. That was apparently Mark possibly said that. I've had another contact, the broker, I call him, who has previously told me that he's only ever seen documentation for the Dinar and the Zim. The Dong is not included on that, although he would like to believe it's part of the whole package. So the rumors persist again that we're only going to get an RV of a few currencies and that everything else is going to take time. There's also a rumor to the extent to the basically saying that there is a blackout, that it will be tonight, and that it will begin immediately after Trump finishes his last campaign rally tonight. That's a rumor. Phil is pushing fear porn. He's saying, you're not going to like what I have to say. He's changed his profile picture to be black. Some people are saying that the RV will occur during the blackout, that there will not be an election. I don't believe that. I believe there is going to be an election tomorrow. I am nervous, like everybody else, about the theft of the election, the cheating. And although a lot of it, but some of it has been caught so far, we don't know the depths to which these people are willing to go. The level of evil that we're facing is to the point that literally they conspired between two liberal Karens, conspired to raid a man's house, threaten his wife with deportation, who is a legal immigrant, threaten her with deportation, and steal and murder his pet raccoon and his pet squirrel just a couple days ago. And it's not funny. It's evil. And this is what we're facing. And if we do not win this battle tomorrow, I believe we are done. If somebody doesn't stand up to these satanic fucks and beat them down and eliminate them from planet Earth forever, we're in big trouble. All of us is how I feel about it. And that is why I am so nervous and upset. Having said that, Jen, I'm going to make poor Jen sit here just for a little bit longer. I feel like I got to give him everything that I think I know at this point. There is, Jen, if you remember a week ago, said Trump is going to win early. He's going to get 89 million votes. He's going to be declared the winner early. And what I'm seeing on Twitter from accounts that I kind of trust is that the early voting, of course, is overwhelmingly strong for Donald Trump at this point. The polls are showing that Donald Trump is ahead in most, if not all, swing states. And what I'm going to do is just show you real quickly how the electoral map looks. What we have to do here is you have to get to 270 electoral votes to win. As things stand now, it's 219 to 226. The Kamala Harris would be slightly ahead. The gray states, the beige states, are the so-called swing states. The light and the dark blue, the light and the dark blue and the light and the dark red indicate states that are in play. The lighter the shade, the more the possibility. So it occurred to me that if Democrats are totally focused on cheating in Michigan and Wisconsin, Jen, let me see if I can get our faces up there. Side here. Actually, that's too small. We want to do this. Okay. That if Democrats are heavily focused on Pennsylvania and Michigan, that you might be able to slip through an honest election in Virginia and New Hampshire, as a for instance. So based on what I'm hearing at this point, Donald Trump is a lock for Arizona, that he's going to win Georgia, that he's going to win North Carolina, and he is definitely going to win my state of Nevada. That leaves him 2 electoral votes shy of being president. He's also very strong in Pennsylvania. Now, the interesting thing about this is that there was a guy who said, look, his strategy, if you look at where he's doing his rallies are all in North Carolina, Georgia, and Pennsylvania. And the reason that he's doing that is because if he takes North Carolina, Georgia, and Pennsylvania, he wins. He's at 270. Based on the other states, he's likely to win. He doesn't need anything else. So that's where they're focused. And they said that he's trying to make the margin so big in those states that networks will be forced to call them early. Jen, does that sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So also another possibility for the calling them early thing, which is that early in the evening, it could become obvious that he has won the state of Virginia. It could become obvious he has won the state of New Hampshire. It could become obvious that he's actually won the state of Maine at large. If any of those things happen, Kamala Harris has no path to 270. Having said that, I think if the fraud is contained, Trump wins all those states. And again, if Virginia or New Hampshire falls early in the evening, it's over. And everybody will say it's over. Having said that, I think Trump wins Michigan. I think he wins Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada. I think he also wins Minnesota and New Mexico. So I think we're going to get to about 350 electoral votes. It's not outside the realm of possibility that he wins New Jersey. It's not outside the realm of possibility that he wins Oregon or even California. So that's if the vote is honest. So that's kind of where we're standing right now. And for me, it's a question of how much of this cheating will be allowed. And, I mean, there are people who are trying to convince you, people like Nino and Juan Savin, Wayne Willett, are trying to convince you, oh, we still need a gut punch. The American people need to get hit in the stomach again to wake them up and all this bullshit. And that they're going to let them steal the election. And then the military is going to step in. I don't think the military is going to step in and save us. I don't. So I don't know, but I just don't feel that way right now. So having said this, I hope all my worries are overwrought. I'm going to give them all to Jesus and let him handle those. And I hope that the scenario I just laid out is something like what happens tomorrow night. Final thing before we let Jen tell us the truth of what's really going to happen. Final thing. If they successfully steal this election tomorrow, then I don't think we can count on anything that we've been hoping for. This is our stand. This is where we have to win. If Trump wins tomorrow, regardless of whatever happens after that, but if he wins tomorrow in the clear, out in the open, then everything that we've been talking about for like 3 or 4 years on this show, and for me, for a decade before that, is real. It really will happen in one form or another. That's how important, in my mind, tomorrow night is. It's the turning point. And I had hoped we would never get here. I had hoped that that Biden would be thrown out, Harris would be thrown out, and the military would take over before we ever got to this, and that Grassley would be the interim president. That could still happen. That can still happen if there's violence after the election, and if somebody decides Joe and the Ho have got to go in the transition after the election tomorrow. We don't know what the scenario is going to be. So all that stuff could still happen. But what I'm saying is, if Trump wins, it's real. If he doesn't win, or if he's denied, then I'm not sure it's real. I don't know. That's why I am so nervous. We've been waiting for something asymmetric to happen. We've been waiting for something like 9/11 or a space shuttle explosion or something that is so off kilter, so asymmetric that we realize, holy crap, this is all real. There is going to be an RV. There is going to be a new world. Evil is going to be vanquished. So that's where I'm at. That's my monologue. I'm going to pretty much shut up the rest of the show. And I have no idea what you're going to say, but I love that little smirk on your face. So I'm going to turn it over to my partner in crime here, the best remote viewer / angelic medium. What are you, Jen?
Basically a prophet.
Prophetess. A potty mouth prophetess, but a prophetess.
Because of who I talked to.
Nonetheless. Jennifer Faladori, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick back and see what she got.
Okay. Now, just going to say out front, of course I could always be wrong. But this is what we're going to do. All right? One way or another, we're making it to the finish line. Okay? This is Jentel for 11/4/24 interdimensional meditation with Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Haniel, Raphael, and Jesus.
Wow.
I met them in the library. The library is very high vibrational. They say it's my house. I don't really think it is, but on the 6th level of heaven. We sat at a conference table. Everybody was there when I got there. Jesus at the end. I sat at the other end. And I prayed for clarity on this. Very important. Jesus spoke. Today, we're not talking about the RV. We're just going to focus on the election today. Wednesday, we'll start talking about the RV again. It is still happening. Somewhere along the way, they decided to get this done. Because, all right, so the election. There will be no blackout. The election will proceed as planned. The only blackout is the enemy's ability to use voting machines to steal. Mail-in voting is the problem. They will flood the mail with illegitimate ballots. That is the only hope the enemy has to steal. Then I saw trucks when he was talking to me, and he said their efforts are exposed. Between 1 and 2 Pacific time, the winner is announced unofficially. Trump wins in a landslide. They contest the vote. More fraud because they contest the vote. Love this part. More of their fraud is revealed. The election will be certified. Because they contested the vote, more fraud is revealed. And so they have to certify the election. I'm just loving how this is coming together. All of the enemy's tactics will fail. Jesus said, it is time for change. You have made it through the desert. And then Uriel spoke up and said, welcome to the promised land. And that's the Jentel for today.
Sorry, I was busy jotting notes down. Not that there's a lot of notes to talk about, but that, Jen, is all actually wonderful news. That is really good news.
I'm just going to trust in Jesus and what he told me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what I say is going to conflict with what everybody else is saying and all their fear and everything else. I don't care. That's what I got.
Welcome to the promised land. Okay, it's interesting because there is a slight shift from last Monday, where you said it would be known early that Trump won. But then if you think about it, maybe there isn't a conflict because it may be
No,
obvious.
isn't it? Between 1 and 2 Pacific time on election day, the winner
But
will be
is that-
unofficially announced.
Is that AM or PM?
PM.
Okay. I'm just checking because what it looks like, what it could be is if it was 1 or 2 AM, that could mean that they keep holding off calling states for Trump that we see Trump has won. But you don't think that's what it is?
I'm looking at the afternoon.
Okay. Do you know what happens at 2 p.m. Pacific time, Jen?
No.
In the afternoon on election day? They release the exit polls. 2 p.m. on election day. Now, I would normally tell people be cautious of the exit polls because they've been very wrong because they have dramatically underestimated Donald Trump's support in the last 2 elections. However, it sounds like when they come out this time, they're so overwhelming that it can't be denied, is what it sounds like. Is that true, basically? Is that what we're
I'm
looking
going
at?
with what I got.
All right. I love that the mail-in stuff is the problem, and that the more mail-in fraud they try, the more their efforts are exposed, and the more obvious it becomes that they're committing fraud. And there's another thing you said. I wrote this book called The Choice in 2010, and I said, I didn't really say exactly what was going to happen because I didn't know. I just said I see this chaotic period of history for the United States between 2012, when the Mayan calendar ends, and 2024, when the current Yuga cycle ends. And I said that is the period of shift and change and transition. And all of our structures and hierarchies, our monetary and I didn't know anything about the RV then, our monetary and banking systems and government structures will all be challenged. They will all come under incredible stress, and we will come out of this in a new world. We have a chance to create the next world. I said this shit in 2010, and here it is. We're actually living through it. But one of the things that I did say in that book and in the lectures afterwards is that everything the establishment tries to put the lid on this sovereignty movement, this global sovereignty movement, which is what this is all about. It's about people making their own choices in their lives, will fail. Everything they try at the end will fail. That's what the astrology and the astronomy said to me. And then to have those words come out of your mouth, I mean, I had my mic muted, but I was like, oh, shit, she said, now either you're reading my mind or the angels said the same thing, and
First
they
of
probably
all,
gave me that.
I have no desire to read your mind. It's probably very shocking.
No, not really.
I just went in like I always did, and I prayed, drank the ginkgo tea, all right, went into meditation, and I prayed to have clarity because that's very important. I need truth today. And then I let Jesus talk. And so I'm going to stand with what he told me, right or wrong. And that's what I got. Now, they also asked them if we could go state by state and tell me if it's red or blue. Want to do that?
Yeah.
Let's do that. That's going to be fun.
All right. So we are going to reset the map, and we are going to go with all right, Jen, let's go left to right. Or I guess it goes east coast to west coast.
No, let's start left to right.
Left to right. Okay. Alaska is the leftmost state. Is that going to be red or blue?
Red.
Red. Hawaii. Actually, Hawaii is the furthest most. Is that going to be red or blue?
Blue.
Okay. Whoops. Blue. Washington. Red or blue? Wait a minute. I'm not sure. Oh, I am sharing the map. Okay. All right.
Red.
Washington, red. Okay. Oregon, red or blue?
Red.
Wow. California, red or blue?
Blue. This is where we have major fraud.
Fraud. Okay. Idaho, your home state, red or blue?
Red.
Okay. Nevada, my new home state, red or blue?
Red.
Montana, red or blue?
Red.
Wyoming, red or blue?
Red.
Utah, red or blue?
Red.
Arizona, red or blue?
Red.
And North Dakota, red or blue?
Red.
South Dakota, red or blue?
Red.
Okay. Nebraska, red or blue? And there is a small district in Omaha that's separate. Red? All of them? Or all red? Or yeah. Okay. Colorado, red or blue?
Red.
Whoa, holy shit. New Mexico, red or blue?
Red.
Texas, red or blue?
Red.
Oklahoma, red or blue?
Red. But some of these states we might have little splatterings of blue, little spots, because I'm getting like a flashing, but then I'm hearing the word. So we're doing this with Jesus, people. So that's what I'm doing.
Like Nebraska has a little district in there that could go.
Yeah, so we might see little splatterings, but
Kansas, red or blue?
Red.
Minnesota, my former home state, red or blue?
Red.
Wow. Iowa, red or blue?
Red.
Missouri, red or blue?
Mostly red is what he said. So there are splatterings in there of blue.
Okay. Arkansas, red or blue?
Red.
Louisiana, red or blue?
Red.
Okay, now we get to the important ones. Wisconsin, red or blue?
Red.
Wow. Illinois, red or blue?
Blue.
Okay. Mississippi, red or blue?
Red.
Michigan, red or blue?
Red.
Wow. Indiana, red or blue?
Red.
Kentucky, red or blue?
Red with some blue.
Wow, that's interesting. Tennessee, red or blue?
Red.
Alabama, red or blue?
Red.
Florida, red or blue?
Red.
Georgia, red or blue?
That one I'm not sure because I see splatterings of blue. There's dots of blue in there, but the majority of it is red.
Okay, we're going to give it a slight red. A lot of fraud in there too, probably. South Carolina, red or blue?
Red with some blue.
Okay. North Carolina, red or blue?
Red.
Virginia, red or blue?
That one I'm not sure. I think let's just mark that one blue.
Okay. West Virginia, red or blue?
Red.
Ohio, red or blue?
Red.
Okay. New York, red or blue?
So the upper part, that's red and blue, but mark it red.
Red?
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Pennsylvania, red or blue?
Red.
Okay. Maine, red or blue? Maine. Okay, let's do it this way. Maine district.
No, I'm listening. Hang on. Red.
Whole state, or because there's individual.
Well, I'm
states.
sure there's parts of it that aren't, but I'm asking Jesus right here, and he's saying red or blue.
Okay.
And then I see like,
well, there's two separate districts in Maine where they could.
Basically, in the meditation, I asked him to show me the map, and it was basically California was blue, and there's a splattering on the other side of the thing that was blue, but mostly the entire thing. So I'm not sure.
Okay.
About the blue states we have over in the east. They look like smaller states that were blue.
How about Massachusetts?
Red.
Wow. Okay, Vermont. God,
I'm getting red.
New Hampshire.
Blue.
Shocking. Rhode Island.
Red.
Connecticut.
Blue.
New Jersey.
Red.
Wow. Delaware.
Blue.
Maryland.
Red.
And District of Columbia, Washington, D.C.
Red.
You're kidding.
Yeah. That's what I heard. So
right.
I feel like what I saw, I'm not sure about the two bigger blocks of blue right there.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we at?
We're at 433 electoral votes to 105.
Okay, let me.
I got to post this on X. Jesus.
Is there a possibility to get 389?
Yeah. Let's go back and let me just post this first. As Jesus final elect.
Do we have enough in the East to win by 1 or 2 p.m. Pacific time? So that would be 4 or 5 Eastern.
Edit post.
I believe it was Pacific time.
Okay, so you said you got 389?
This number popped into my head.
Okay, let's see if we can.
Which is crazy because I think that's what I also got last election.
New York, I mean, it seems surprising to me that New Hampshire would go red or go blue, whereas Vermont and New York would go red.
I was just listening for a red or blue. That one is not red, that big one right there, New York.
That's New York. That's
what I was seeing was a smaller splattering of blue.
Okay. All right.
I'm really not sure about Illinois either. That seems...
Illinois might go red. Wow.
Kind of big. In certain states, people are fed up and they want certain things.
You know, we almost get to 390. You've got 390 there. Ooh, you know what?
So, in a nutshell, it basically looks like this, the map.
Okay.
I feel like the blue for Illinois was shifted down some.
Yeah. I got to 389, Jen.
You did? Where? Show me 389.
Okay, so it's what it looks like now. Where is it?
I just feel like Illinois. I don't remember seeing that. I don't remember seeing the blue there.
I flipped New York to blue, and the 2nd district of Maine, which I believe is the Democrat one, and flipped Massachusetts, and we got 389.
Turn Illinois red. And then turn, what is that, Kentucky?
Virginia? Kentucky?
Turn Virginia red. and turn Kentucky blue.
Wow, I don't think that's gonna happen, but go ahead.
See, it just seemed like it was right around there that I saw the blue marks. Now, what right up next to that?
That's Illinois, right?
What are we at now?
413 red, 125 blue.
Let's go back to what we originally had because I heard him word for word say red or blue. So let's just stick with that. I mean, because I'm going off a visual on a map that he pulled down in the
Right.
meditation. So I don't want to second guess what he actually said. So go ahead and turn Illinois back to blue.
Okay, Illinois, right? Okay, so Illinois is blue. Kentucky was red.
Now what? Okay, so
you had
Virginia,
New York, red. Virginia was blue.
Let's stick with what he said and see what we get.
Yeah. Well, sorry,
I don't know if it was like the splattering looked like smaller pieces. So no, I don't know if I was seeing like districts or just within a state, part of it being blue.
I got 433. Okay, Maryland, DC, Jersey.
There were a couple states that I went back and forth. I was trying really to hear him. So what is it if they do get New York? What is it if they do get New York? But people in New York are pretty fed up.
It's 433 to 105. That's what we had initially. That's what.
Well, if you turn New York blue.
Oh.
Or West Virginia. No. Let's do West Virginia.
West Virginia?
Yeah. What is that?
429 to 109.
Now do New York.
401 to 137.
Now, what do we got to take out to get to 389? I'm just saying, it's just a number I heard in me.
Well, okay, 389. So I got to 389. What I did was I'm going to make that red, New York blue, Massachusetts blue, and then DC blue, which seems likely, and then Maine, like that. So the two small districts in Maine, the small district in Nebraska, that gets us to 389.
Screenshot that. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. Still not sure about Illinois, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Basically, kind of what it looked like. There's a splattering of blue over here, and there was California on the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he explained that that's where they're dumping. They're committing the most fraud.
Yeah. But the thing that they're inadvertently going to do then is they're inadvertently going to show there is fraud. So. All right.
Yes.
Do you want to do anything else, or do you want to just leave this here? Do you want to still answer questions, or do you want to? I mean, what do you want to do? You want to take questions?
Well, I'm all about getting off early, but I think we just need to focus on this right now.
Yeah, that's how I
don't think we need to be worried about the RV. Clearly, they're going to do it after the election. Okay, this is the number one focus right now.
Mm-hmm.
Could they, I don't know what the deal is with the blackout. I don't see that. Like Super for Dave. Us, like everything goes black and no communications. But what the hell is that going to do? It's going to have to come up sometime, and then we're going to have to do the election then. That's not going to do anything. The only thing is that you could black out would be their ability behind the scenes to stop the steal. And I believe that you think we're going to get all the way here, and they've done nothing to ensure that.
Hope not. Super Dave gave
No
us
way.
$100. Super Dave gave us $100. Thank you.
Thank you, Super Dave.
Ron Davidoff says switch Vermont and New Hampshire. Well, we did. Yeah, I would say that's likely too.
So basically, in a nutshell, it looks like that.
Yeah.
What I saw, and from going state by state, I think we went against what I actually heard, but close enough.
Jen, we got a Rumble Rant question, and it's $10. I'd hate to not ask the question. It's Christy. She says, "Thank you both for all that you do. Can you tell me the names of my guides and if they have any message for me?"
Christy. Guy's name is like Leslie. It sounds like that.
Mm-hmm.
Male angel. Not getting just like Ruth or something like that. I'm like Ruth, like Leslie for the guide.
There you go, Christy. Leslie. Yeah, I don't know.
Bruce.
Bruce? I kind of think we should just stand on this show right now without really
send me a picture of that. I want to put it out as my prediction. Jen's really brave today. I don't care. I mean, I care about everything that's going to happen, but I feel pretty confident right now.
Yeah, won't let me paste the picture in. Hang on. All right, I'm gonna have to go to Twitter and pull those down and then send them to you through another method. Because
just put it out as your prediction.
I said put it out as Jesus final electoral map.
By who?
I just said it's Jesus final electoral map. Do you want to put N on there?
Whatever.
All right, where are we going? We're going to Twitter. Let me get those to you. Hang on. Jesus final electoral map. They're slightly different. So let me save photo. Well, I'll send you both of them because we're not quite sure. This is an inexact science, so we're not quite sure whether it's right or not. Okay. Coming to your Messenger. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Just sent you the two maps.
All right. I'll put this out with the Jentel today. As soon as we're done with this show. So yeah, I should probably, because I've got something at I'll probably get going so I can get that out.
Yeah, guys, I don't feel like I want to get distracted from this focus on the questions. I just don't feel like it. And I don't think Jen should be distracted either. So I just think we should call this show and pray it in. And it sounds like it's going to be an exciting day tomorrow. And I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow with the boys. I was going to start at 4 p.m. It sounds like it might be over by then if everything gets called by 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And I think that's really significant, Jennifer, because the fact that you got 2, that's when the exit polls come out and they're released to the news media. And then everybody in the news media knows who's going to win, theoretically.
Is that Eastern? that they release that?
No, that's that. I believe that's Pacific time. I think it's
Okay,
5
so 5
Eastern.
o'clock Eastern. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I think
makes
that's
sense.
when I think that's when it comes out. And so then I think we'll come back. You know, we'll have a postmortem on Wednesday, and I guess we'll take questions then, because I feel like we're going to have a lot more questions after the events of the next 2 days than we have now, because there's so many things to be decided.
Yeah, we'll ship back to RV on Wednesday.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I apologize if you really had a, on the questions thing. I just feel like energetically that we should stop right here and let this flow out to the universe. The word of Jesus and the whole committee there around the table. So that's it. Thank you for being here. Let's get excited. Bye.
Bye.